So my first thought was, oh my god, this hill is never ending. Like, I'm going to keep walking up this hill until I die. When most 13-year-olds go to Jesus camp for the first time, they have a lot of different thoughts. Like, oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into? Is this really a cult? I don't really know what's going on. Are the traditions really as weird as they say they are? Or am I really going to be hooked that much? And while all those things were going through my mind, all I could think about was getting up this hill. So I get to the top and I see, all the people and cabins, and my little socially anxious self is a little worried about that. So I walk into my cabin and there's no one there, thank God. I sit down, I put out my stuff, and kind of relaxing, getting acclimated until someone finally takes pity on me and walks up to me and says, "You're the first year, right?" All right, this is already starting. Yes, hi. And let's go for a walk. All right. She's my assistant cabin leader and decides that she's going to show me around. And for most people, this would be super exciting. I get to meet people. I get to find my way around, maybe figure out how to avoid that hill another time. But for me, as my little social anxious self noted, is, oh my god, this is terrifying. I'm meeting people and seeing places. I go with her and she's talking to different people, and all of a sudden she walks into this other cabin leader talking. And as scared puppies tend to do, I kind of hid behind her. And he actually had a first year with him, and his first year kind of hid behind him too. So we were kind of sitting there as our metaphorical owners kind of exchanged pleasantries. And then all of a sudden I hear what that first year's name is. Oh, hey, Felipe. Felipe, I've heard that name before. That's the guy that my sister's been trying to set me up with for 5 weeks. So my sister's been here before, and my sister's best friend's little cousin, Felipe, is also going to be a first year at camp, and they were so excited that we were going to meet up, and they were going to make sure that we fell in love and got married. And of course my response to that was, oh god, please no, I'm already bad with people of the opposite sex. Let's not introduce this when I'm already nervous. So I kind of pop my head out and say, hi. And my first thought when seeing him was, oh damn, he's really cute. Like, he's a British guy, and he's one of those British guys that you see on TV, and he's clearly a soccer player, and you see him playing soccer on TV and think, their significant other is one really lucky person. You all know who I'm talking about. But that conversation ends very quickly. We say hi and walk our separate ways, and I go back, and everything starts to get settled, but not making any friends. I'm kind of just sticking to myself. The next day I learned that we're having games, and this whole thing is actually a whole competition. But they started to start out easy with barbecue games. And I said, all right, that's easy enough. I'm not athletic. I'm clearly not athletic. So barbecue games is good for me. I'll do the potato sack race, because I thought that was a good idea. I go and I get in line for the potato sack race, and guess who's on my team ending the potato sack race? Felipe. So I decided, you know what, screw it. I'm going to say hi to him. I'm going to be like awesome and cool, and I'm going to walk up and say, hi, you're Felipe, right? Yeah. Hi, I'm Gina. Hi. He wasn't not nice, I was just really awkward. So I kind of turn around, and as poorly as that conversation went, I continued to do the potato sack race, fell and cut my ankle. So it was kind of a metaphor there to stop. The next day I decided, screw it, I'm going to make friends. And so I talked to this girl, Natavia. And Natavia is one of these girls, and she's full of life and excited, and she's also a first year, so she's really nervous. But I decide I'm going to talk to her. And she is dating this boy named Daquan. And Daquan is the same way. They're both really accepting and full of life and fun. And Daquan's been there before, so he knows the ropes a little bit more. And guess who's Daquan is friends with? Felipe. This isn't, like, it's a medium-sized camp. It's not that small, people. And so we start talking, we kind of come in a little group, and Natavia and Daquan make sure that we feel comfortable and we're all talking. So the next night, after games are over and after I've probably made a fool of myself again for doing sports and trying that, everyone shuts out the lights. We're in a gym, and everyone shuts out the lights, music starts playing, everyone lays down. And now I don't know what's going on, Natavia doesn't know what's going on, Felipe doesn't know what's going on. Only Daquan tells us that, oh, this is spiritual horizons. Because people describe this camp as like a therapy camp with Jesus. It's very emotional. So at the end of the day, people need to like lay down for like a half an hour, relax, listen to music. And now again, while this would be wonderful for most people, this was terrifying for me. Who do I not sleep? No, Mom. Who do I lay next to? What do I do with my blanket? What do I listen to? What do I think about? Well, now I'm thinking about what am I thinking about? And I kind of lay down right next to Natavia, and I just kind of lay there and stare up at the ceiling. I'm like, oh God, why am I here? God, why am I here? But after that day, because Felipe was a couple people over from me, we start talking, and we actually start talking for a couple of days, and it was kind of cool. I was like, oh my God, look, a friend, this is awesome. And then the blessed day comes, and he got me a water gun. Now, this doesn't seem like a big deal, but it was the boys' cabins. Only the boys' cabins were allowed to have water guns, the girls weren't. It was kind of a rivalry thing. But he snuck into his cabin and got me one. So for the next couple of hours, for the next day, all we're doing is playing with these water guns. We're running in and out of bathrooms and running in and out of people, around people, getting ourselves completely soaked. Not a good idea because we were all sweaty and gross anyway. And now, just 8th grade me, this was like the highest form of flirting possible. It's like, wow, someone wants to like do water guns with me. This is so cool. And then it gets even better. He lays next to me. We're stiff boards, but we're laying next to each other. I was having what I didn't know at the time was an anxiety attack. I was hyperventilating and looking the other way and getting much sweatier than I already was. Turns out he was doing the same thing, we just didn't realize it. The next day comes and Spiritual Rising comes and he actually puts his arm around me this time. We're moving fast, people. This is an arm around me. So, I'm comfortable enough to fall asleep. I didn't know how this happened, probably because I was so exhausted and tired and sweaty. And I just fell asleep on him. And a couple minutes in, I'm like relaxed and everything. Everything's good, not like the night before where I was like freaking out. And he taps me on the shoulder and I look up at him in my disheveled mess and he kisses me. And I was like, what? Guys, we went from an arm to a kiss. He kisses me and then he kisses me again and again. And I'm like, oh my God, guys, in my head. It was almost like a Hallelujah chorus was playing and I was super excited and the heavens broke open and then I realized that the band was actually playing Hallelujah. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna remember that one. So we kind of go apart our separate ways as awkward people tend to do, and we kind of separated and it was all good and everything. We hugged, we said goodnight, and we walked back. I went back to my cabin to proceed to like scream. I told my sister, she was like, yes, and I was like, yes. The next day comes and it's actually banquet. This is when we forget that we've been tired and sweaty and nasty all week and put on a dress and take pictures and decorate everything. It's a lot of fun. And I was actually really excited because I had a cute dress, I actually had friends, I had whatever Felipe was, and I took pictures with people. Like, I actually took pictures with people and ate dinner with them and wasn't nervous or thinking about anything. I was thinking about what I was doing. And like, I took pictures with people. I don't realize like that was a big deal. And then I go back and I'm like, this cannot get any better. But then there's Vespers, and Vespers is a time when at the end of the long week, you've probably realized something about yourself. So you go and it's a very nice calm service to calm everyone down. And I'm in the cabin and I'm switching into my sweatpants and sweatshirt and everything. And all of a sudden I hear one of the girls and she's like, Gina, someone's here for you. I'm like, 1 second, I'm in the bathroom. And it was kind of like Romeo and Juliet because he came up to my cabin to come get me. But it wasn't like Romeo and Juliet at all because I ruined it with 1 second, I'm peeing. I walk out and I'm like, oh, that's what it is. Oh, cool. That was cool, but you didn't warn me that like he was here? No, cool. So as scared little puppies that we still kind of were, we went arm in arm to Vespers. And when we were at Vespers, it was outside, we saw the lake, we saw the stage, and they said to pick up a rock, and because we're outside, they had rocks. I pick up a rock, and they say, now this week has been a lot, as I was thinking. This week has been a lot, and you've probably found out something about yourself that you don't actually like. And I was thinking about myself and what I figured out throughout the week, and I realized that the part about myself that I didn't like was how anxious I was and how I didn't go out and meet people. And they said, now put that in your rock, think about it, put all of that negative things into your rock, and go throw it in the lake. So I decided, I'm actually going to do this. I thought about it, I said, I don't want to be this person anymore. I walked up to the lake and I threw it in the lake. And I proceeded to cry, but Felipe was actually there to comfort me. And that's when I realized that not all first kisses suck.